Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nioh on Osiris JG. Didn't really bother off screen to change my gear or my my equipment to get rid of you know, the stuff that isn't useful here. I just figure we just need a freaking deal. That being said, before we hop out on the roof, we probably need to go ahead and get our bonuses activated. And once we do get to having only that one head left, we got to throw the whole kitchen sink at it. Everything and the kitchen sink. We're going to try not to use any items other than healing items to keep alive until we get to that final form. Because that's, I think, my big discovery here is that some of the stuff that we did there was reasonably intelligent to do, but it would have been more useful to hold off till later. That didn't seem fair. It seemed like I did what I needed to do there. I guess hitting its horn must be extra damaging to it, right? Yeah. Oh, I just had a really bad time for my nose to get itchy. That was bad. Just took a lot of damage in exchange for getting that stupid thing equipped. Damn, until a second ago it was in range. Okay. Damn it. It actually didn't hurt that bad. Now, if I understand the pattern, he's probably about to fall down where I can hit him. Although he didn't. Okay, the green head one didn't quite go down, but it took some damage. Waiting to see if it comes back. I guess they just take a certain amount of damage and don't get completely defeated. Would you just let me attack for a bit? Give me a chance here, game. not doing good at dodging those blasts, and that's bad. I want to hit the blue one first. I'm just trying to get rid of one at a time. Ugh. Damn it! Damn it! I never got a chance to get the... It's sitting there like, hit me, I'm in my vulnerable state. Frickin' sucked. I was trying really hard not to use anything except survive stuff. But as you can see, I got to the frickin' end there, and I didn't have time to reestablish my... It takes a minute for you to die thing. You just sort of get to a place where you're getting attacked by ones that you can't really see. I suppose I could be trying to use the talismans, but I don't know how much that's going to help me. They don't give a crap about poison, but they still take damage from the shurikens. I'm saving the shurikens and everything else until the end. Let's see if this does anything at all. It does. Okay. So you want to block that, not try to dodge it. Now these things block you from moving until you reach a stage in the fight where they start destroying the crystals that are up on the roof. Okay, there goes the thing on this that was giving me some protection from a few of them. And I think this defensive thing kept me alive there a few times too. Because I'm sure that if you know the pattern, you can speedrun this like a pro. But I do not understand where they're going to show up. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to be attacking that game. Give me a freaking chance. Yeah, that thing that lets you cast magic instantly is probably a smarter thing to be using here than the one that makes it last longer, but I'd like to get rid of this. I'd like to be able to pick one to get rid of it. That one's gone for now. Maybe I can get the green one next. I feel like I got rid of it before. Okay. Now I got a lightning one. I think is the one that killed me more often than not. It's got some nasty... Well, I don't know if it's lightning or not, but it's got some nasty attacks that are tough to defend. Because it just hits you from anywhere. Now you're the ultimate one, right? Yeah, okay, here we go. Is that it? Oh, no. We gotta... Oh, cinematic. Now it really has turned into Ninja Gaiden. I think that was it. I guess I just needed to I probably could have won this on that second try if I had just busted out hand cannon and rifle at the end, but I wasn't sure. Well, there you go. Defeated Orochi. Now I just have to do the same thing again as Wei Wushu and Samurai Warriors. William. That's not that difficult a name to remember. Like 2 videos ago, I blanked on his name. He isn't really that exciting a protagonist. I mean, he's doesn't have a ton of personality. Oh, green text. Okay, well, this is turning into a Diablo game. They just keep changing the color of text as a new, fancier pants version of an item becomes available. Are you dead? Maybe I get to kill you now? Because I was worried there that I didn't get to take him out at all. Not real clear on what his plan was. Did he want to revive Nobunaga? Did he want to revive Orochi? And reviving Nobunaga was supposed to buy him time? Oh. You sure are.
Many times. I died. Many times. Rose again.
Well, you're going to die again now. You might not rise again. Oh. Hey, it looks like the Spirit Division? No, never mind. I thought we were going to get possessed by his spirit, which is like Orochi or something, but I guess not. Are we going to flash into his head here? Yeah, we are. It's the master from WCW. Gave him his orders.
Edward Kelly, you will go to Japan.
Old One-Eye's back.
It will be as you command, Sir D.
Sir Dippity-Dee? Diddly-Dee?
All of this country's Amrita are being taken to him.
Mr. President. That's right, it's being taken to President Johnson. President sawed a snake. Oh, so there's some naked guy in a tube getting Amrita up. That's nice.
All of your efforts worthless.
Your princess is in another castle.
They were not worthless.
Worthless. Not worthless. I forgot Saoirse back anyway. I don't. Do we get to use her as a spirit or not? Yeah, you're welcome. Anyway, speak English. I don't understand Gaelic. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes, the pipes. Well, you didn't do much about the English, did you? I came here to prevent Brexit. That's a stretch. It's a little too early in history for the famine, but... And then she goes into the final closing credits of Metal Gear Solid. Pretty cool, huh? Infinite continues. Clap your bells, kid. Clap your bells. Clap your hands, kids, and Tinkerbell will live again. Yep, well, anyway. So... Well, I'm death now. Look at me, I'm all ninjified. Oh, yeah, she's basically telling us not to trust this guy. Pilgrim.
War is over. With a ninja to span now.
No, the Ninja Empire is supreme.
There are still rogues who mean Lord Ieyasu heart.
Rogues? You mean like Luther?
We will serve as long as darkness exists.
And we have someplace to hang out.
What about you?
Well, I figured I would do that ninja chick and then...
Will disappear. I have no desire to be killed.
So he figured... Yeah, he did figure out that they were going to kill him now that it was over. But like, no, I couldn't beat you anyway because I've lost you multiple times in dojo missions. Although, I've lost to him in dojo missions too, so... Did we get to at least see... Does Okatsu get an ending of any kind? It seemed like she... Yeah, there we go. It seemed like she was kind of in love with William, even if he wasn't necessarily reciprocating. Recuperating. He saved me from my suicide. What a jerk. Sure. Drunk and dumb. How do you get that? I mean, sensitive maybe. You didn't really seem to notice that you were in love with him. Feel whatever. Girls are so silly like that with their feelings and stuff. Oh, well, there you go. Okatsu's ending is... not great. Sure did, Jethro. He wants me to hand things over to the monkey? He's dead. Thanks, Dad. Well, I don't know what the Nioh is. Isn't that the white guy? Oh, you're lying. Oh my god. So is she upset that he's lying or happy? We'll be ruled by people, not Europeans, who are, of course, monsters. Bullshit. Well, now I'm suspect that Ieyasu also can tell that this is a lie, but that he's going along with it. So she's mad because she's the only one who seems to want there to be any truthfulness and transparency in Japan at this point. Now I gotta turn into a giant yokai now, eh? Oh yeah, that makes it all better. His shoulders will be warm as he's executed. Mitsuhide. I thought they somehow didn't... he get rescued? Wasn't he going to live? Guess not. No, I mean, he wouldn't have lived in history. He got executed, but... people surprisingly not that rowdy at this public execution. This guardian cat isn't even going meow. I love that you lied to me, your lord you're sworn to serve. It's fantastic. Oh, and your daughter's dead too. Now, go off and run off with Anshin. Hey, guys. The cat's a big boss. And nothing bad happened under the Edo Shogunate, oh no. It was a time of religious freedom. Well, I guess not, but hey. Whatever, man. It wasn't a time of, like, mass deaths and civil war, so that's something. So there you go. Now I know why they say that there is a epilogue chapter. So one of the things that was spoiled for me fairly early by mistake is that there is an epilogue chapter. Now, it's pretty obvious they could be setting up a sequel, but the sequel, my voice is crazy. What, they're singing it in English? Wow, I'm surprised by this. Here I was thinking this would be there would be an English phrase at the beginning and then it would be Japanese. No, it's just some English language song. Anyway, no, so there is an epilogue chapter. I guess we'll find out if it deals with the fact that there's some snake tattooed chest dude in a test tube back in Europe somewhere, presumably. But yeah, for most of the game cast, story is over because it was all about this whole horror gripping Japan, which we've now dealt with. And I was a little worried as I started this video that I might, if I finished Orochi fairly quickly, that I would run out of content before diving into the epilogue video, which I really didn't want to do tonight, but go Shibusawa, guys. But no, I guess we don't have to worry about that. Because we could have 20 minutes worth of credits here. Although we shouldn't, because what usually makes the credits so ridiculously long in Benpyo is William/Anji. What usually makes these games so freaking long is when they have like 800 sets of credits, because there's all these credits for these different local... Like Ubisoft always has like it's a European company, so they always have like 800. Oh, Ko Shibusawa voiced Nobunaga Oda. That's pretty cool. I don't know how much he really had to do with the game. He's obviously kind of a legend at Koei because he created the first Nobunaga's Ambition game and Romance 3 Kingdoms. I don't know which came first off the top of my head. As but yeah, you can kind of tell that this Japanese game or Japanese song with English singing. It doesn't sound like it's being sung by somebody who doesn't have English as their native language, but still. What was I trying to get at here? Yeah, the credits are usually 800 hours long because they have like all these different like, you know, localization voice actors all get credited, even though you're only playing one version of the game. But in this one, they had, I thought, a pretty clever conceit, which is the whole game's in Japanese. Because, of course it would be. It's all set in Japan. And you've just got a little bit of English spoken by a couple of characters, which is probably, I would say, in the Japanese version, done in English with Japanese subtitles. So, I like that. Which would mean that you shouldn't have like 800, like, here's the Portuguese language crew, here's the French language crew. No, it should be in Japanese and English regardless, with French, Portuguese, etc. subtitles. So, Caitlin Darcy, the PA director of PDIT Europe. Although here we do see a bunch of international folks, but still not that crazy. Anyways, alright, so what the hell was Kelly's plan? Now, I guess we're finding out at the end. He is the Hollow Man. He has died many times. He's been reborn many times. Now we're finding out at the end. Will this be the subject of an epilogue mission that wraps everything up in one mission? Or will this be the subject of a sequel? I don't really know for sure. But we're kind of finding out that, yeah, somebody else was pulling the strings behind the scenes. He wasn't like the main bad guy, I guess. After all this, he's not the main bad guy. Feels a little lame. He was actually working for President Sears, I guess, or, the Patriots or something. But what was his plan in Japan? I guess he was gathering as much Amrita as possible. So, at the beginning it seemed fairly clear. He's trying to gather Amrita for some evil purpose, or just to gain power. And he had wormed in with Mitsunari Ishida's faction as part of the war against Ieyasu Tokugawa. I got all that, right? Here's the localization teams, but still, this won't be as bad as having a whole voice credits for everybody. Software manual. There's probably an online manual, I suppose. Because, like, actually having a hard copy manual is a thing of the past. Or printed manual, I should say. I guess that's considered hard copy. I think in, like, hardcover, it's different. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, so the plan was he's gathering Amrita, and he's on the side that is going to lose without him to maintain the war as long as possible to create a bunch of death and chaos. But then at the end, he's like, oh, I'm going to revive Nobunaga. And it appears that he was using Mitsunari for that end. And I'm like, okay, that might make sense, because he might figure that Nobunaga's revival will lead to even more death and chaos, I guess. But then at the end, and then after Nobunaga turns on him, he doesn't really seem all that messed up by that. It seems like he really wanted to revive Orochi. I can't tell. I guess the linchpin of all this is bringing back Orochi, the snake demon, at the end. Okay, we do get Cersei as a spirit. That's nice. So it's bringing back Orochi at the end, just like a panic move he does to try to stop William, or was that actually his plan? I guess now that I go through it again out loud, I mean, it's a fantasy game. How much sense do you want the plot to make? But no, I guess it did make sense. He was keeping the battle going using Mitsunari to create chaos. And then maybe he decides to bring back Nobunaga, because he could have gone about a plan to bring back Nobunaga without Mitsunari's help if he'd wanted to, I would think. But maybe he does that only after Sekigahara, where you make it so that even with all of his devil power, it still seems like Ieyasu is going to win. And then when you destroy Nobunaga, it could, like, I guess it makes sense if you assume that switching over to bringing back Nobunaga was a reaction and not his plan all along, and then bringing in Orochi, the giant snake demon, was a reaction and not his plan all along. Like, it can make sense in that case, but if he always wanted to bring back Nobunaga, maybe we're supposed to think that he needed all the souls that were gathered through fighting at Sekigahara and other battles for Mitsunari's force were needed before he could bring back Nobunaga. But it seems like bringing back Nobunaga was about getting more souls and death, not about what he was saving up the souls and death for. And I really don't get what's going on with bringing back Orochi at the end, because what would have happened if William really had been defeated by Orochi, which of course I was, and I had to continue. But like, if story-wise you get killed by Orochi, what happens then? Well, Hanzo and Hokatsu might take care of it, or the entire army might take care of it. But it doesn't seem like Japan was going to be doomed based on that monster. Although, you know, what do I know? Japan's had plenty of trouble with giant kaiju before. It just seems like if you're able to defeat it, they probably would have been okay. So that's kind of it for Nioh, but not really, because we know there's an epilogue, even though that was the credits. And we know there's DLC. I'm a little worried about the DLC. I'm told that it was basically released. At last, I've defeated Kelly and taken back Cersei. However, there's still something I must do. See, there's this exclamation mark that you can see there. So we got a book of reincarnation and a large soul stone out of that. Omi region mission. The Two Kings Nioh unlocked. Tokai region mission. The Two Masters unlocked. Oh. It's more missions unlocked than I expected. Kinky region mission. Two in the Shadows unlocked. Omi region mission. Tea Time Entertainment unlocked. Omi region mission. Restless Spirits unlocked. Wow, there's a lot more content left than I thought. Shugoku region mission. Secrets of the Dead unlocked. Mission changed to Twilight mission. Here I was thinking I was just going to look at the new Guardian Spirit that's available. Cersei. gives you more Amarita. Retrieve lost Amarita 75%. Oh, I like that. Especially when you're off-screening and goofing around. Special effects critical. Boosts all special effects that trigger when your health is low. Not a bad one. I'm losing some ki, but... I mean, you win the game together, so you'd think she'd be fairly good. Well, it's kind of time to call it a video. It really is time to call it a video, in fact, but I want to know more. Divine items. And so matching a divine item with a material that has a plus value greater than the base item, the base item's plus value will increase by 1. You will also get a 50% discount for using an item of the same type, and a 70% for using an item of the same name. Okay, I guess I'll find out about divine items later. That's a post-game, powered-up super items kind of deal. I thought they might have something to say now that I've saved Japan, but whatever. And over smithing text. I can get stuff I couldn't get before, I suppose. Oh, a bunch of new dual swords and spears, and I guess I can smith anything now. I don't know what the new hotness is here. Raven Tengu Toku. Decreases damage from falls, increases resistance to wind attacks. Alright, whatever. So we'll let this one go long, just because now I'm curious about what things could be next. I will save, in case I mess anything up. The Queen's Eyes. England 1603, the war against Spain and Ireland continues to drag on, and the costs weigh heavily on the royal treasury. Well, that's right, this Spanish kind of used the Irish as like a puppets against England. French did the same at various points in history. Now on top, but I mean, it wasn't really a war against Ireland so much. I guess it was an insurrection in Ireland as part of a war against Spain. Now on top of increased taxes and poor harvests tormenting the people of England, Queen Elizabeth has passed away. Okay, so we're going to fight some kind of demon yokai Queen Elizabeth. I'm down with that. That could be interesting. The Two Kings Nioh. I heard the news, William. So you defeated both Lord Murashige and Lord Harakatsu? Surely there can be few within the land of the rising sun who could best you now. That being so, why not take on the two of them together? If the idea intrigues you, I will make arrangements and prepare the venue. Hee, but consider carefully first, even for the great Anjin of Moira. To take on both of the Nioh at the same time would be bravery verging on madness. Yeah, that is actually going to be a really tough fucking mission. I'm going to want to go in there and not be too worried about losing Amrita. Restless spirits. Many restless souls, filled with sorrow and regret, wander this realm. Though their evil must be contained, we are unable to match their strength. Sir Anjin, please relieve these souls of their suffering and send them back to the underworld where they belong. I can't. I was murdered. At least that's what everyone's meant to think. Tea time entertainment. The fact that you are my sole patron suggests my tea house has outlived its use. Of course, I appreciate your custom, but the days are long. Oh, I have an idea. Perhaps you could help me pass the time. What? Do not look at me like that. It's just for my entertainment. I do hope that you can make it out alive, though. So you get a divine axe. You get a fan dance gesture from this one. I sense a monstrous snarl of ki energy around Orochi Temple. The people living nearby have yet to be harmed. But will you go there and investigate this power? Surely I cannot. Sir Anjin, be on your guard. I guess that could be Nobunaga coming back as a boss. Heavy armor. Here we go. Well, whatever. Alright, so we'll come over here. We got the Blessed Village, which I have won, and the Bearer of Ill Tidings, which I have not. Well, you get the same... all these regions apparently had a new mission. I thought they all had a new mission. I remember they said Chugoku region had a new mission. Here we go. Secrets of the Dead. You get accessories. Apparently, my great-grandfather was not only a great swordsmith, but also a gifted warrior. If a little eccentric, he swore only to teach the secrets of his craft to those who could defeat him. As a result, not even my grandfather knows everything about him. Sir Anjin... Anjin... I'm not going to call you Sir Anjin. I don't respect you that much. Even though you saved Japan. You can talk to the dead, can't you? You're like that kid from Sixth Sense, right? Oh, spoilers. So if you were to meet my great-grandfather, you could get her to teach you his secrets, right? You're really strong, so I think he'd tell you. Could be. Kinky region. 2 in the shadows. It has yet to sink in fully that I lost the likes of you. Wuss. Perhaps, if you wish to aim for even greater heights, you should try facing both Master Hanzo and I at the same time. But don't expect either of us to go easy on you. Yeah, it looks like the post-game little bonus missions just consist of doubling up on shit you've already done. I mean, they all sound nasty difficult. I'm curious if you're allowed to use whatever equipment you want. I've heard tales that, not content with beating this old fool, you also defeated the elderly Yagyu. You know, he would frequently compare techniques with his friend Lord Kamizumi Nobutsuna. Oh, here's a thought. Why not test your hand against myself and Yagyu at the same time? Surely you will have no trouble knocking the cranes from underneath 2 old cranks. Hee-ho. Ho. Yeah, it sounds like this is going to be freaking hard. And I've been doing a full clear of the game up to this point. I don't know about this, though, guys. Seems like it's just going to be a big pain in the ass. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything new in Sekigahara region. Tea time entertainment, a meeting on the other shore. What was Restless Spirits about? Just monsters. So... you gotta fight the 2 ninjas, you gotta fight 2 of the weapons masters, and you gotta fight the undefeated of the East and the undefeated of the West at the same time. It sounds pretty much like a nightmare. Oh well. I don't know what... I think we got Circe. There's something I read where you're supposed to be able to have 2 guardian spirits equipped at the same time, but I guess you gotta win the Queen's Eye before you get to do that. And that would pretty much be ending the main game. So I guess I need to try to do all these side missions before I do the Queen's Eye. The Queen's Eyes. And I think I got to do the Queen's Eyes before I can do the DLC. So I'm not as close to being done with this as I thought. And that's... yeah. Oh well. I guess I don't have to worry about having separation anxiety from the game at any rate. Alright guys, this is Mysterious JG. Thanks for watching. We've basically won the main story of Nioh. Per the fact that we saw that movie play. But, Anjin's got a few extra things to do, and even though I guess Hanzo lied to Ieyasu, and then Ieyasu's like, well, as long as you lied to me, then I know that you're dead meat if he resurfaces, so I guess you guys have come to some kind of agreement, and it's all good. But despite the fact that he's officially dead, and Anjin is still wandering around doing stuff in Japan until he's not. What I wonder now is with the DLC, are they just gonna continue to pretend that you're dead? Like that one song from like the 90s? I think that's from the 90s. Anyway, folks, I'm blathering. When we come back, post-game. Doesn't feel like post-game until we do this mission where you actually... go deal with England, but post-game nonetheless. Bye-bye.